Hello everyone, welcome back to some bridge, playing the Reddit weekly for this week. I'm recording this like a week before the video is published, but that doesn't really matter. I have a real life game coming up this afternoon, so I thought I would get all my mistakes out of the way in an event that doesn't matter at all and where nobody will ever see them. I don't have to show them to my partner or whatever. Of course, the joke is that they're on YouTube, but nobody watches these videos anyway, so it's fine. As always, if you're interested in joining this event, information is in the description. It's 8 boards of match points against robots with best hand. So, what do we do here? 2 diamonds? I think so. Like, I don't like overcalling 5-card suits with a 5-3-3-2 shape. But the suit is good, the hand is good, the hearts are short. It's all white. I don't think you could pass here, and anything but 2 diamonds is crazy. Don't talk to me about overcalling 1 no trump, saying, "Oh, this is 15 balanced." Ugh. All right, we got him to the 3 level. That's all I could ask. And we could try leading a diamond, but I think a black suit is better. Probably should be a spade. Maybe? Yeah. I wonder what partner's 5 means. I haven't seen the 2 yet. Partner might have it. I think it's pretty clear we have to jump on the king and the exit in hearts here because leading everything looks disastrous. A club shift could be productive, but could be quite dangerous if, like, declare has king jack and partner has 10-9 or something. It doesn't seem urgent to lead diamonds because declare can't pitch diamonds on anything unless they have, like, you know, king jack 10 of clubs and get the suit right. And their entries look kind of difficult for doing that, so I don't know. Oh, partner has an ace. That's nice. Well, that makes my defense much simpler. I mean, obviously partner has the king, but what do I do? Well, okay, so declare definitely has both black kings. If partner had either, he would have made a more strong bid than 3 diamonds, I think, given that he's already turned up with king of diamonds and ace of hearts. Let's just confirm that with declare's auction. Declare has the jack of hearts, the ace of spades, the jack of clubs, sorry, diamonds, that's 6. Even if declare has one of the missing kings, he's nowhere close to an opening unless he has both of them. So, yes, East has both black kings. I hope partner has the jack of clubs, because otherwise I should get end played or, well, squeezed in the black suits. So I guess I could have prevented this by returning a low diamond, but I didn't know that partner had the king. I thought he might be leading low from jack third. If he had the king, he might have played king and a diamond instead. I think he did well to play low. He did well here with king third to play low because that gives me the chance to find the genius play of returning a low diamond to his king so he can put a spade through for me. But I don't think that even would be all that great. I don't think declare knows where the queen of clubs is, so he might be on a bit of a... Oh. There's no squeeze because there was never a club entry, I see. So declare had 1 club, 2 diamonds. I think it was 6 hearts and therefore 4 spades. Either way, we're getting exactly 1 more spade. Down 1? That's all you can ask for from this overcall. Yep. Would have been embarrassing if declare had 7 hearts and I Rose King crashing partner's ace. Anyways, I'm doing this quite early in the tournament's lifespan, so we shouldn't see many tables to compare with, but more than 0, I'm sure. Well, I guess I'm not sure. I could be the first person doing it, but no. 64 to 35. I mean, that's around 2/3 of the match points. Which I think means there must be at least 3 people playing it. But if there were only 3 people playing it, I'd have 66. Looks like there's a lot of people who played this already. Huh. Anyway, this is not a hand where you overcall 2 diamonds. This is a pretty clear pass. I think there are some sickos out there who would bid 1 no trump, but that's not me. What is this? So partner's balancing. Good for you. I don't love my spades, but I don't hate them. I think I'm probably not supposed to just pass this. Like, I wouldn't mind if 1 spade doubled went all the way around. I think we would stand a strong chance of making that. The problem is West is probably going to bid 2 clubs instead. So I want to make sure partner knows how good my hand is, because it's possible we have a game here. I mean, 1 spade in balancing doesn't have to be huge, so I'm not going to insist on a game, but I should at least suggest one. 1 no is a slight underbid according to what Gib thinks I show. Here I have 14, not 13. But my diamonds are pretty bad. Like, you could call this a bad 14, I think. And I don't think 2 diamonds is much of an improvement. Okay. Wow. Look at those diamonds. Not diamonds, hearts. I said this before. I have something, I don't know. This is completely undiagnosed. I'm not claiming to actually have Tourette's. But, like, I don't know what's wrong with me that I always say the wrong thing when listing from a category of things. Suits in bridge, and there's other things like, you know, I just always say the wrong one. I don't know why. Anyway, look at those hearts. Even my 7 is suddenly looking pretty sweet, right? Like 9 forces 10, king. Then later Jack forces queen, and my 7's a winner? The issue is those spades may never produce more than one, well, 1 trick in dummy and 1 in hand. I guess it's pretty likely West has the queen from East's takeout double. Point-wise, dummy has 9 and I have 14. That's 23. The opponents have 17. East opened in first seat and then doubled. And his partner didn't do anything. Okay, well, East probably has most of the honors, but there's room for West to have a few. I hope that, like, queen third of spades is it's certainly possible, but do I want to commit to that with, like, early king of spades, spade to the jack? Could be pretty disastrous. I don't think I want to, like, attack hearts right away on my own, though. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going after spades. How bad could it be? Could be very bad if it loses to doubleton queen, of course. High-low. You're claiming you have 4? I mean, whatever. Okay. I could have won the 9. But it doesn't even help me to get that right, except that now the suit is more dangerous for West to lead, but that's obviously not much of a concern. So, do I just cash the spade and play a heart? 4, 5, 6, then exit a club? Maybe spade first and then a club to the queen? East kind of has to duck this. Then I can play a heart back to the jack, but now I don't have an entry to hand anymore. No, that can't be right. Plus it sets up the clubs for when East gets in with a diamond on her, which I imagine he has. Well, actually, what East has the queen of hearts. Oh, no. Oh, so okay. East definitely has both aces. Because with the queen of spades and an ace, West would be bidding over one heart. So the only card West could still have is the king of diamonds, or the jack of diamonds, but relevant cards, the king of diamonds. And if East actually does have both diamonds, he's very unhappy. Huh. Like, you could even imagine playing ace of spades spade here, threatening to use the king of clubs as an entry. Obviously, East won't want to allow that, but he might be end-played into doing it. I think that's too far-fetched. Like, East doesn't have to have all the aces and all the kings to bid here. West can have the king of diamonds. In fact, if East had, like, stiff, queen 10 fifth, ace king third, ace fourth, he might well have doubled again. So I think West probably does have the king of diamonds, which is bad news for me. But what do I do about it? I think I want to play ace of spades and then a heart. I don't know about the follow-up here. I think East should cover. If he didn't, I could play a low club to the queen and I would be pretty happy. But this sets up my 7. And I think just exit a heart here. Attacking clubs myself is not really any better than making them do it. Oh, East does have the king of diamonds. That's nice. Did I see any diamond pitches? I don't think so. The only pitches that have happened so far is East has pitched on a spade and he pitched a heart. And West has pitched twice on hearts. One of them was a club. I think they were both clubs. Would East do this if he had the last 2 diamonds? I don't... Well... No, I think he'd play a low club. Because if I win with the king, I can cash a club, but then he gets the last two. If I win with the queen, I can get a diamond. So, okay, I don't think East has another diamond. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, that was more tricks than I was counting on. I thought it would be a bit of a scramble to take 7, but with East having the ace and king of diamonds, he was a bit stuck. I don't think you had to give me quite that many tricks. But already here, East doesn't want to discard anything, right? It says a heart is the best you can do, so he did. And apparently my diamond pitch is fine. It feels bad because eventually it turned into a winner, but I needed to have a club to threaten to make more entries in the club suit, more tricks. Yeah, heart covered. Cash the heart. Exit the heart. It says you could exit queen of clubs as well. I guess East kind of has to duck this to stop me from getting to dummy with the king, and then I exit a heart is the idea. I should have tried that, actually. No, because I still thought at that time that West might have a diamond on her. I don't know. Yeah, and the second diamond card is what cost him. And indeed, West did pitch 2 clubs. I wasn't sure if I had remembered that correctly. Obviously, we saw that during the play, that no diamonds had been pitched. But I wasn't sure at the time until I saw them. 17 high card points. I guess it's just a club. Oh, this is a funny hand. The hand is good enough to reverse into hearts. It's also good enough that, like, I really want to raise partner's spades. I love spades, even though I only have 3 of them. I think my hand is good enough that I can just bid 2 hearts and then 3 spades and just, like, basically insist on game at this point. Partner is cooperating. Okay, well, he knows my shape. Wants to play 3-no. So this is something like 4-2, 4-3 or something like that would bid this way. Okay. I'm not going to insist on clubs or spades for that matter. Yeah, 4-2-3-4. Okay. Still a very sturdy diamond stop. How are we looking in 3-0? And is this where the field is going to be? Yeah, probably. I mean, 6 clubs isn't horrible, but I don't think it's good. Five clubs certainly makes, so, you know, if anyone's in 5 clubs, we should try to make 3-0. But most of the field will be in 3-0, I think, and so we just want to take more tricks than they do, whether or not that involves making the contract. I don't know. Maybe actually some of the field will go slamming. Huh. Like, if you bid 4 clubs over 3-0, it's not crazy to do that. You have a nice hand. But I don't think you should. Like, you already showed your nice hand, and partner said 3-0, but A, people on BBO don't bid very well, and B, the robots don't bid very well, so you have to mastermind sometimes, and I don't think it would be crazy to bid 4 clubs here. But I didn't. So the main thing is, like, how do you approach the club suit? I think, I mean, you could say the other subsidiary question is, do you attack clubs, or do you go after spades? Because you have 2 diamonds, 3 hearts is 5. A club is 6. You only need 3 spade tricks to make the contract, if that's what you're really worried about. Right, if you think that going plus is the most important thing. And you can take 3 club tricks, 3 spade tricks, no problem. If you were playing this at Imps, you should leave the clubs alone. Win the ace of diamonds, Just play spade to the jack, ace of spades, spade back to queen 10. That way you get 3 spades, 3 hearts, and 3 minor suit cards. But at match points, that's probably not right. I don't know. Maybe it is. Because like if the clubs don't come in, you're in very bad shape, obviously. You'll go down. If you have 2 club losers. Which... What's the right way to play this club suit for 1 loser? And should that be your goal, I guess, is another question. I know if dummy's 8 or the 9, and you really wanted 1 loser, you should play the ace and then low towards the queen 10, and that guarantees making the contract whenever it can be made. With the 8 and the 7 in my hand, I think that's still just as true. So that would be a way that I could certainly make the contract... Make... If I took only 4 club tricks, how would I be doing? That would be a 1 over trick, right? 4 clubs, 2 diamonds is 6. 3 hearts is 9, and a spade is 10. So, yes. So that might outscore anybody who attacks spades. And that line is not that much worse at producing extra tricks, at producing maximum tricks in clubs, than the greedy line of low to the queen. I think I'm going to try for that, increasing my chances of over tricks in the club suit, but not going completely... Oh, wait a minute. I have this problem, don't I, that I can't get back to dummy for the king of diamonds? No, the 8 of clubs should be an entry, I think. So I can play club to the ace, heart to the king, club. Plus they're going to play a diamond anyway. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, if I had enough entries to dummy, I could pick up the club suit for 1 loser. And I do, I guess, because they have to let me in with a diamond, right? Or a spade, if they just decide not. So I could have done better here by, like, low to the 10. No, I guess that wouldn't be any better. It would have to be run the 8 or low to the 7, which is a crazy line. I can afford to play the 2 here. The 7 still crosses the 8 if that ever should happen, although I guess it won't. I think it's useful to keep my last heart. So that I have threats in hearts and spades. And that way if the same player, presumably West, has 4 hearts and the king of spades, he'll be strip squeezed on the run of the clubs. I might not read it, but like in principle that would be true. Let's just see how much he sweats. 1 spade. 2 spades. East also pitching a spade. Well, I mean, it's now or never for the hard exit. I can cash my 10th trick, but if I want 11, I should play a heart. I think, yeah, West is a big favorite to hold the 4th heart. The 13th heart, I guess. Yeah, we should try this. I mean, if East wins the heart and cashes another diamond or two, however many he has left, I haven't really counted. It'll be sad, but yeah, got him. No, West has a diamond as well. Whoops. Ah! Ah! West had all the diamonds. What? I did not see that coming. Okay, well, this should score badly, I guess. Could have taken the spade finesse. Could have played the clubs better. Didn't score my ace of spades. I could have ducked this diamond, but no, I was preserving. I wanted to keep entries in hearts and not entries, threats in hearts and spades, so I couldn't afford to duck a trick. Did I forget something in the auction? No. West just had this side 6-card diamond suit and didn't mention it. West found. I mean, I guess it's not a huge surprise that West found the lead from 3 small on our auction. I still think I was right. Obviously, not on this layout, but I think it was the right play to exit the heart. I'm not 100% sure about the line in clubs. I think that probably was right, but I'm not committed to it. This exit, I think, made sense. West did indeed have the last heart. I just thought, West's 2 diamonds were swapped with East's 2 spades. That would mean West played 3-5-9 from King 9-6-5-3, which is a little weird. But, the robots do that all the time. They don't care about their spots if they're not threatening to win a trick with them. A human player a human expert, you should say, oh yeah, he might very well have played 9-5-3 even if he had King 6. A human who is not so strong, you should say, wait a minute, why did they play the 9, not the 6? People usually play their lowest spot. But I don't think against the robots you should reason that way. I think this exit was right. It just doesn't work. 16 points. Ugh. I guess you bid 4 hearts here? My hand is pretty darn good. I have to bid a game. And surely hearts will be better than no trump, right? Yeah? Not a very good trump suit, partner. This game is pretty hopeless. I'm losing 3 trumps for sure. And at least 1 club, even if I get to pitch them on diamonds, right? Meanwhile, 3-0 might actually make if the diamonds split and you can find some spade tricks. Three of spades. Also, both opponents are passed hands for what that's worth. I mean, cashing the diamonds to pitch clubs seems risky because I'm gonna, that takes away my only club stopper, and so they can start tapping me in clubs while I try to draw trump. And I can't really withstand that. So I think I actually just play a heart. I'm putting in the jack here, I think. preserve the ace as an entry. Maybe the 9 would have won, but I'm not certain. The jack seemed like it was pretty likely to win, given that East was leading spades. Even though I had bid them. Small heart? Yeah. The 10 was on my left, so I did play hearts correctly. All right, you guys get the queen of hearts still. Don't bid 3 hearts with this hand. I mean, it's an awkward hand. Like, I think you can just bid 2 hearts. You only have 8.0. Nobody knows you're supposed to raise partner's jump when you have a stiff king and a great hand, huh? They just bid 3-0 because partner might have only 6. I don't think that's right. What if partner has ace-6 of hearts and 3 small clubs? You're just completely toasted. Whereas 4 hearts has a chance. It's partner's fault for bidding 3 hearts with this absolute junk suit. This is 11 balanced. I'm happy to pass this out. $14. We have an easy rebid after a diamond, a heart. We can bid spades. And then pass. Surprise! Partner has clubs. Got him. Well, it looks like I'll be taking a lot of tricks. How many, though? Like, low club solves the club suit. Then I need to use the king of spades to untangle the clubs, but that's fine. Do I attack hearts? I don't think so. I think I just cash 5 clubs and 3 or 4 spades and give up. I mean, if West has the ace of hearts, I can take more tricks by leading a heart to the king. But if East has it, that sets them up for 3 hearts. 3 diamonds is like 6 tricks. Holding me to 7 when I can easily take 10. So I don't think that's a very good idea. Okay, so now I don't have to use the king of spades to unblock. Does that change things at all? I don't think so. I guess I can play the clubs first. For what that's worth. West pitches a spade. Wow, that's a very strong position to take. East pitches a spade. Did West start with 5 spades? No. All right, I guess I shouldn't have pitched my only heart. I'd like to lead a heart up to the king now. I don't see that working out, but like if West has the ace of hearts and East has ace, king, jack of diamonds, I have cost myself a trick. But it wasn't the case. Okay, I mean, that should be a good result, I guess. Nobody's going to be in 3-no trump, surely. I guess it's just a normal result. Yeah, okay. Good side of normal. This is 12 points. I have half a mind to pass, but I don't really have a good excuse. Like, it would be kind of masterminding because of best hand, I think. Like, knowing the partner also has at most 12 points. I'm balanced. Scattered honors, right? We're not that likely to find a making game. And we might overbid in... You know, we should make something. One diamond at least or something. One no. But with a 12 count, partner might get too excited, and I don't know. I mean, I think you just go with the field here. Try to outscore him in the play of the hand. Huh. So partner wanted to defend something, but apparently not hearts. Okay. What were you hoping they were going to do? Play 2 clubs? I guess. Partner's shape is like 3-2-4-4, maybe? 3-2-3-5? I'll kill you if you're 3-2-3-5. Yeah, 3-2-4-4. Okay. Well, I have 3 side suit tricks. If I could get 6 trumps, that would be 9. Hearts are 4-4. West seems to have probably 4 spades. But didn't double 2 spades, huh? Anyway, I think we duck this so I can start roughing clubs with the south hand. Okay. If West had found the play of like ace, king of spades, spade rough, that would be a little annoying, but I think it would be fine. Rude. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to cash some diamonds first. Like 1. So West had only 3 clubs. Maybe I was supposed to cash king ace of diamonds. Then my rough with the 10 ought to live, I guess. Yeah. Now I risk getting over roughed. This is a bummer. Yeah. So bad. I think the spades are actually splitting 3-3. No. West had 3 clubs, presumably only 2 diamonds, therefore 4 spades. But no, if I try to draw trump here, they can just win 2 spades and a heart for the last 3 tricks. So I have to hope something else cool happens. Yeah, but East does well to rise and West gives the rough out. Yeah, I deserve this. I should have made it. I just was a little careless, didn't really think about. I said, oh, West would never overrough me, but you can make sure he never overroughs you if you play king ace of diamonds. here. Yeah, sure. Of course, I could also succeed by playing a low club as long as I ruff with the king, and then I'm so delighted the jack drops. But at this time, I don't know that that's going to work. I think it would be a bad play. But king of diamonds, ace of diamonds, that succeeds unless West has like 3-3 in the minors, which is very off shape for a double. I guess what if East had jack fourth of diamonds and only 3 clubs? Then he could ruff in and exit with the last trump, so maybe it's not as free as I thought. Yeah, king ace, West shows out. You play a diamond towards the 10, and when East ruffs with the jack, you can say, aha, I don't have to ruff. But then he can draw the last trump from both hands. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't such a mistake after all. I'm not sure. I don't think you can get involved here. It's a terrible suit. Bad shape. It's a good hand. The opponents usually have a club fit on this auction, so it's like a little bit safe to get involved. I hate to do it with this shape and horrible spades, though. Could I double? I don't like to suggest that my spades and hearts are roughly equivalent when they're so disparate. I think I have to bid. You can't just let them play 1-0 like this, all white at pairs. Okay. They, as expected, have a club fit. Yeah, partner got carried away. Oh. Huh. I could double this and hope it goes down. I'm already hoping it goes down by passing. But if they can make 130, doubling is very expensive. Because the whole field will be defending clubs in that case. And if they can't make 130, I think we're doing fairly well just to have them at the 4 level. We don't need to gild the lily, so to speak, by doubling. I think we just pass and hope it goes down. I mean, you do have a max for your bid and decent spades. I wouldn't be that excited about defending here if I were you. But, I mean, it's match points. Keep us honest. Fair enough. Okay, 5-4 clubs. I'll duck anything, man. I really don't like how much Declare is winning these tricks, though. West has 1 club left. So he can ruff this. I'm glad I didn't double. And then play a diamond if he has one. Yeah. And that'll... He can't even guess wrong because partner's jack will drop if he has one. Okay, well, making 5, I guess I'm glad I didn't do something rash. And if we push any more than I did, we're going to get slaughtered. Right? We have 4 spades, a heart, a diamond, 6 tricks. Okay. So all the bidding, was for naught. Well, actually, if they played 1-0, how did they do? Not so good, right? On a spade lead, they just get 5 clubs and a spade. And we get 4 clubs and 2 aces, and that's only 6, so we have to let them back in at some point. They make 1 no. Maybe West wouldn't have passed 1 no, actually, if I had passed. Maybe that's why it's 50%. We could have retreated the 2 clubs here. We'll never know. All right, a tolerable performance this week, but nothing special. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.